Today is my lesson of English as part of the charity program at LP Now. And today's level is pre-intermediate. And today's lesson is a reading and listening lesson. And today's topic is blind date, or to be on a date. What does it say to you? What does it mean? I'm dating. I'm having a date. What does it mean?
Rendez-vous en français.
Yes, kind of going out with someone. If you are dating someone, it is not an ordinary rendezvous like when you meet a classmate or a work partner. No, it's that.
So it could be,
Yes, Abu?
yes, I think it can be a romantic meeting.
Yes, it's when you go out with someone on a regular basis. It's like you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend in your life, a man or a woman, a relationship. And today we are going to, before the reading, we have some stat here. It's a survey, you know, a survey, it's when you ask people their opinion about something. And they asked 10,000 couples. 10,000 couples were asked how and where they first met. What do you think the percentage was? So we have a couple of options here. How did they meet? So how, it means where and the circumstances, where and how. So the first one is at school or university. The second one is at work. The third one is at a bar or club. The fourth one is online on social media or, internet. Through friends. So friends put them together. Through family. So they have been introduced to each other through family. A blind date. If you don't understand what is a blind date, we are going to explain this. While shopping. So, and none of these. So what do you think? What is the first, let's say, what do you think the first chance or percentage could be? Or according to your experience in your countries? What do you think about how people meet or how people like get to know each other? How did you meet your partners? Can you write in the chat? Or if you want to speak, you can speak. I don't mind. Can you write in the chat? What is yeah, go ahead, Aisha. Hi, Aisha, I've just seen you. How are you?
Hi.
So what do you think, Aisha?
13
for which one? For which?
For husband.
Yes, but is it at school, university, work? How?
1 minute, please.
Of course. The others, can you tell me? Faiza.
Sabrina, I think.
What do you think?
I think at school or university it's 12%.
Right. Okay, let's speak about the top 22%. What do you think people could probably meet the most? 22%. Where? Work?
I think through friends.
Through friends. Okay. Yasin, do you think that people meet, what is the percentage for people to meet through family? So your father, your mother, your sister, your cousin, she or he is the person who help you meet your girlfriend or your wife or your fiance. What is the percentage for that? Yeah.
What is the person?
Yeah, the percentage. Look at the book. We have percentages and we have inputs.
I didn't understand the question.
Yes. So today we're trying to find out how people meet. How
people meet, yeah.
meet. So here it says there are some options at school, university. When I say people, I mean couples. Couples, okay?
Couples, yeah. Like a
yeah.
girlfriend or...
A girlfriend, a fiance, a wife, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So we have at school or university, at work, at a bar, online, through friends, through family. So what do you think?
There is many possibility to meet.
Sure.
I think more in the university, maybe, for people who study.
Okay. Tahira, what do you think?
Ma'am, I think at school or university.
Okay, okay. Sarah, what do you think?
Okay, I answered Sabrina, but I will repeat. I think through friends.
Through friends. Yes. Sorry for making you repeating, Sarah.
No problem. It's no problem.
Aisha, what do you think, Aisha?
Through friends. Through friends.
Okay. Asma'u? Asma?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you
Hi.
think? Hi. How are you doing? How do you
I'm
think?
sorry, I've just come.
Oh, okay, okay. I am giving you time to set
I'm
up.
doing well, thanks. How about you?
Good, good, my dear, good. So I have time to understand the question. Anyway, so guys, we are going to listen to the answer for this question. It's been a survey. A survey has been conducted and people answered this question and we are going to try to find out what they said about it. It's 11 and hopefully it is the right one.
Tape script 1.11.
Okay.
A survey. How do couples meet? A survey of over 10,000 couples asked them how they first met. The top three were first, with 22%, at work. Second, with 20%, through friends. And third, with 15%, at school or university. Next, with 12%, was meeting online. Nowadays, more and more couples are meeting this way. Just 8% met at a bar or club, and 5% through the family, which was quite surprising. Only 4% met on a blind date, perhaps not so surprising. Last of all, just 1% met while shopping. So don't go looking for love in the supermarket. That leaves just 13% who didn't meet in any of these places.
Okay, so I don't know if you have took notes.
It's okay.
I'm going to repeat the three first ones at least. So school, and you were right. Your suggestions were good. I think you have good experiences with that. So at school, university, 15%. At work, 22%. So the largest percentage is at work. And then we
At
have,
work.
yes, at work with 22%. The second one is through friends, 20%. Now, when your friend make you meet your partner. And the third one is at school or university, and that is 15%. And she made some fun. She said the supermarket while shopping is only 1%. So don't go looking for love at the supermarket. Do you understand? Like there is no chance that you're gonna meet someone at the supermarket. And
Yes, because the reason, may I say something?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Because reason is that you have to buy or you have to do shopping for them. That's why.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. And yes, do you wanna add something?
Yes, and one thing more, as a fun, you have to take. We did not apply it anywhere, and we are trying. So let's see where we should find.
Fun, yes. There is something that she said, and I think this survey has been conducted years ago, because honestly, and nowadays, a lot of people are meeting through online, through the internet. And she said that from now on, a lot of people are going to meet this way because technology is making it very easy to people to meet. So this survey, this is the edition 2014 of the book, and we are 2021. So guys, it's been years that this survey has been conducted. But anyway, this is not going to be like very different. But at least on line one, this is my guess. I'm not sure, but this is my guess that people are meeting more and more online. Okay, so now, if there is no question about this, we are going to have a reading. There is a newspaper called The Guardian, and the newspaper organized a blind date between two readers. It's like if you were a lawyer reader to a newspaper in Algeria or in your country, and then this newspaper, they choose two readers of them, and they ask them or they help them to meet. So these two people, they didn't know each other before. They have never met. It's their first time. This kind of meeting, we call it a blind date. It means it's the first time they meet. So look at the pictures. I am showing you pictures here of the.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay, blind. What I didn't get the word.
Blind means
ou arrangé.
No. It's like when someone. It's like blind means you don't see. You don't see. You don't have the ability to see. Yeah. So this is the meaning of the word. It means this couple didn't meet before. They didn't meet actually. They are helping them to meet. Okay. Blind date.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So the question, so look at the pictures and read the introduction. So I am going, what is the introduction? Yes, the introduction is this one. Okay, so we have 3 questions to answer, guys. Who are the people? How old are they? What are their jobs? And where did they meet? But you need the introduction. All right. First impressions, no. Okay, this is it. Sally, who would like to read the introduction? Can you read it? Sarah? Sarah? Oh,
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
I don't the introduction.
This one, the title, Sally Fox, 25. This is the introduction.
Okay, Sally Fox, 25, tennis. Okay, got it. So, Sally Fox, 25, tennis coach, met Dominique Evo, 29, actor. They met in a Chinese restaurant called Ping Pong. Will they ever meet again?
Okay, thank you. So here is the introduction and here are the questions. Who are these people and how old are they? What is the name of the woman? What is the woman's name?
Sally.
Sally. How old? How old is she? Okay. How old is she? How old is she?
25.
25 years old.
Correct. Correct. And what is the guy's name? The man's name?
Dominic.
How old is he? How old is he?
29.
Yeah, good. Now, where did they meet? Where did they meet?
At the restaurant.
What is the name of the restaurant?
Big Bang.
All right. Is it a French restaurant?
No.
Chinese restaurant.
Chinese. Thank you. Thank you. Correct. Correct. So guys, we are going through our reading. Prepare yourself. Whoever wants to go through our reading, this is the texts. Before the reading, we have a couple of questions to look at so that you keep in mind what kind of information you need to look at. You can take screenshot with your phones of these questions from 1 to 9. You can take screenshot. So picture, you can take a picture. So the first one is, were they both nervous when they met? Were they nervous? Were they stressed or not? Second one, how does he or she describe her or him? So if we are speaking about Sally, how does Sally describe Dominic? And how does Dominic describe Sally? Number 3, what did they talk about? What was the topic of the conversation between them? Number 4, why was she or he embarrassed? So we are going to see that one of them was embarrassed. Why? Why did they feel embarrassed? Number 5, what did they use to eat their food? So they used a tool to eat their food. What was this tool? Number 6, what were the best things about him or her? So for Sally, what was the best thing about Dominic? And for Dominic, what was the best thing about Sally? Number 7, what didn't he or she talk about? What couldn't they talk about? Number 8, how did the evening end? What happened at the end of the evening? And number 9, how did she or he travel home? So by what means of transport did one of them drop the other? Did they use the tramway? Did they use a car? I don't know. You are going to read and to tell me, okay? Let's go. We start with Sally. Any volunteer to read for Sally? So for Sally, we have first impressions. Impressions, Guy, what does it mean? An impression. I have a good impression about him. What does this mean?
Première impression?
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
When we see someone, we get an impression about him.
Yes, an image, exactly.
For example, is he kind? Is she beautiful? That is.
Yes, exactly. It's the way you feel about someone when you see them
first opinion.
First time.
Yes, the first time, the image. Thank you. Number 2, what did they talk? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, any difficult moments? Good table manners. Good table manners. Manners, Guy. Do you have an idea what is a manner? Good manners?
Attitude.
Attitude.
The way of the behavior.
Okay, good, good. How we behave. Good. Attitude, behavior. Yes, I have been recently reading a lot about the royal manners and royal attitude because, you know, the young couple in London, Buckingham Palace, are moving to America. So it was speaking about this. Did you go on somewhere? That's easy. Marks out of 10. Marks out of 10, it means out of 10, what is the mark? Did they like each other too much? Was it average? This kind of thing. Would you like to meet again? It means in the future, do you want to meet her or him again a second time? And look at this picture in here. This is what we are speaking about, the tool for eating, because it's a Chinese restaurant. So, you know, for Chinese restaurants, you need a specific tool to eat rice, and you are going to learn the name of this tool. Thank you. Any volunteer to read for Sally? Can you raise your hand? Can you show me your hand, please?
Can I read?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. First impressions. He was friendly, tall, and attractive. We laughed together from the start. I think because we were both a bit nervous.
Thank you. Carry on.
Welcome. What did you talk about? So many things, places we went to travel to, such as South America, sport, of course. And fortunately, Dom doesn't play much sport, but he's going to run the marathon this year. He's acting. I don't often go to the theater, so I didn't have a lot to say.
Thank you. Continue.
Any difficult moments? I couldn't decide how to greet him when we first met. I shook his hand and he tried to kiss my cheek. That was a bit embarrassing, but we laughed about it. I continue, Sabrina?
Continue. Thank you.
Okay. Good table manners. Yes, very. He couldn't use.
Yes, Sarah.
Sorry, Sabrina, sorry. You can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I lost my connection, sorry. Okay, so he couldn't use chopsticks, but he tried. Yes, okay. Best thing about him, he was chatty and funny. He didn't just talk about himself. He asked me questions. It was nice to meet a guy who wasn't crazy about football.
Are you there? I think she's having trouble connecting. She said, I am having issue of connection, internet. So, okay, I will carry on from here. And Norhan, you are going to read about Dominic later. So, best thing about him, he was chatty and funny. He didn't just talk about himself. He asked me questions. It was nice to meet a guy who wasn't crazy about football. Did you go on somewhere? Just to the square next to the restaurant. There was a piano with a notice, please play me. So Dom did. He can play the piano very well. It was a great way to end the evening. He lives out of town. He went to get his train. Marks out of 10. I liked him more and more as the evening progressed. 8 out of 10 she's given him. Would you like to meet again? Maybe. We swapped numbers, so we'll see. Okay, so any difficult words, any difficult expressions? Do you want me to explain something? You can write in the chat or speak if you didn't understand any word about this first part of the reading.
No, everything's good.
Okay, everything's good. There is someone who wrote something on the chat. We are going to see that. That's fine, Sarah. I know that the connection was bad. I lost my, yeah. No, never mind. So any questions about this first part of the reading? All right, I think everything is good. So now, Norhan Ahmed, can you read about Dominic? I see your hand up. Norhan,
yes.
Go ahead.
First impression, she smiled a lot. She has a lovely smile and amazing green eyes. I think she was a bit nervous. I loved her red dress. It was very red indeed. What did he talk about? Everything, travel. We both want to visit Chile, cooking. I love it. Sally hates it. Sport, I hate it. Sally loves it. But I am training to run the marathon for charity. The theater, I have a small part in a small theater at the moment. Any difficult moments? Not really. Oh yes, I could see that the waiter knew it was a blind date. That was embarrassing. Good table manners, very good. I like a girl who enjoys her food and she could use chopsticks. I was impressed with that. Best thing about her? The green eyes, and she was really easy to talk. She was interested and interesting. She didn't just talk about sport. Did you go on somewhere? Well, we didn't go far. We found a piano. They are all over the city at the moment with signs saying, please play me. I played, but I'm not very good. Sally sang. She can't sing it at all. We made a terrible noise. It was good fun. then she caught the bus home. Marks out of 10. She can't sing, but I like her. 9. Would you like to meet again? Definitely. She left very hurriedly, but she has my number.
Thank you. Excellent. So, any questions about this second part of
Yeah.
the Yes?
No, but I have a question. What the meaning of hardly?
Do you know the meaning of to hurry?
Hardly.
Do you know the meaning of to hurry?
Yeah.
Hurry up? Okay, this is the
Yeah,
adverb
yeah.
of it. This is the adverb of it.
Oh, okay. Thank
Welcome.
you.
You're welcome. Any other questions about the text?
No.
Not from me.
Okay.
No.
Good, guys. Yeah, all right. It was, I think, informative, but very plain vocabulary and plain text. So the questions now. Number 1, were they both nervous when they met? What do you think?
Yes, they were nervous.
All right. Could you remember a sentence or could you remember information stating that this is the answer? I am putting the text under your eyes in case you can't remember, of course. Yes.
They were a bit nervous. Little, it means a little.
Yeah, Sally says they were both nervous, and Dominic says Sally was nervous. So Dominic thought Sally was really nervous, especially at a certain moment in the evening. Number 2, how does he describe her, and how did she describe him? So the description.
She described him. He was tall and attractive, and he described her. She have a pretty smile and lovely green eyes.
Correct. So she also said that he was friendly, and this is the character. Tall and attractive also for the physical description. And Dominic said she was lovely. Lovely is also for the character. Smile, amazing green eyes. This is physical description. And he loved her red dress. This is what he said. Number 3, what did they talk about? Aisha, what did they talk about? One thing. Just tell me un sujet. One thing. Here, Aisha, look, number 2. What did you talk about for both of them? Can you read? Les sujets de conversation, Aisha. Topics of conversation.
Think about the green eyes, and she was really easy to talk to. No?
Oh, no.
This is his opinion about her. Number 2,
Okay.
Aisha, what did you talk about? The journalist said. I think Aisha is using her phone. It's difficult to zoom on the phone. I understand. Yeah. On the laptop, it's easier, but on the phone, it's a bit difficult. Anyway, so who gets the answer for this one? Who can tell us something about this?
Sabrina?
Go ahead.
Can I answer, Sabrina?
Sure.
Please. Everything travel, but want to visit child cooking. This? No?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this one, Aisha, correct. Oui.
Sport. Sport. I had it. Sally loves it. Training. Marathon. Charity. The theater.
Yes.
Oui.
Good. Ouais, très bien, good. So this is Dominic. Dominic spoke about travel, cooking, sport, running the
Yes.
marathon, and the theater. Correct.
Oui.
And Sally spoke about places to travel to, and sport, and running the marathon, and acting, and the theater also. Thank you. Question number 4, I think. What was he or she, why was he or she embarrassed? Oh, okay. So what was the thing that embarrassed them? And who was embarrassed? Was it Sally or was it Dominic, and why?
Dominate because
Can I answer?
Just give Tahira a second, he was speaking, and then you can say after him.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tahira.
yes, Dominant was embarrassing because she can't sing, but he like her.
Hold on a second. Dominic was embarrassing or embarrassed, because it's different.
Embarrassed
So why was Dominic embarrassed?
because she cannot sing, and he like her.
Okay, that's true. She couldn't sing well, but he didn't mention that this was embarrassing for him, honestly. Yes, other answers?
Yes, I.
Go ahead.
He checked her hand and she tried to kiss her cheek.
Yeah. Okay, this is for Sally. Sally was embarrassed because she couldn't decide how to greet him. You know, greeting depends on the culture. Sometimes people bow,
Yes.
sometimes people kiss hands, sometimes people kiss cheeks, sometimes people just shake hands. So when you meet someone for the first time, this is very common to be embarrassed about and confused about this. You give your hand, someone kisses you, you go to kiss someone, someone gives you your hand. So the best thing to do is I would wait for the other person to greet me. And actually, Sally, you are correct. Sarah, Sally was embarrassed because of this. Because she shook his hand and he tried to kiss her cheek. Shook is the past simple of shake. Okay, shook, shake, shook. All right. And Dominic, he was also embarrassed because why was Dominic embarrassed?
Because the waiter knew that it was a blind date.
Yeah, this one, exactly. The waiter sensed it. The waiter understood that it was not like, I don't know, maybe the way they were looking at each other or the way they were speaking. The waiter understood that it was a blind date and this was embarrassing for Dominic. Okay, number 5. What did they use to eat their food? People who are used to Chinese restaurants, you may have the right answer, because in Chinese restaurants, you need this to... Okay, Salma?
Yes, I think it's chopsticks.
Yes, correct, Salma. Thank you. Chopstick. Yeah. And it is this one here in the picture with the rice. So chopstick, we use them to eat rice. Chinese. Chopstick. It's written somewhere in the first here. Good table manners. Yes, very. He couldn't use chopsticks, but he tried. Chopsticks.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So, number 6. What were the best things about each other? What were the best things about him and her? Someone is writing in the chat. Let's see what you are writing. Sometimes I don't see. Chopsticks, Sarah, thank you. We talk about marathon. Yes, Chris, correct. Yeah, Chris, you are here. I didn't see you. Can you answer number 6, Chris? What were the best things about him and about her? Here, Chris.
You can see the text. Yes.
Yeah. We are sharing the text now. best thing about... Yeah, go ahead, Tahira.
He was chatty and funny, and she was having green eye.
Yes, her green eyes, he said, Dominic. He was very pleased with her green eyes, and she was easy.
She did not. Yes,
She
she
was
was
easy.
really easily talked to.
Yes, you know,
And she
this
was
is...
not interesting in the sports.
Yeah, okay. So to be easy to talk to, you know, when you
Yes.
are an easygoing person, so when someone talks to you, you don't make it complicated. So you are funny, conversational, you just move throughout this conversation and discussion. You have no issue conversing with someone, so you are easy to talk to. And interested and interesting, he said. Interested, and she was interested in him, and she was interested for him. So it's different, guys. You are interested in someone's speaking. It means when he or she speaks, you show interest, whether with your eye or your replies, or when you just comment on something. Some people are static. When you speak to them, they show no interest. And this is not going to flow the conversation. I honestly don't like those kind of people because they're not motivating. So this is to be interested in, and to be interesting. It means you have qualities, and you
Guts.
are you are an interesting person to talk to. Exactly. And for Sally, what did Sally said about him? What is the best thing about him?
He was chatty and funny.
What does it mean, chatty? Chatty.
He talked
Means
about
Yeah.
talkative.
Yes.
They
Chit
talk
chat.
easily.
Yeah.
Bava.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. But funny, you know. Yes, I mean chatty, but in a funny way. It was not heavy. So he didn't just talk about himself, and this is very important, guys, in a conversation. Just imagine someone who doesn't stop speaking about himself. It is not interesting, actually. So he didn't just talk about himself. He asked me questions. So he was running a conversation, guiding a conversation. It was nice to meet a guy who wasn't crazy about football. Assumingly, all guys are crazy about football, Dominic was the exception. I don't know if it was true or this is just in the text, but I don't believe a guy can't be interested in football. Anyway, next question is, and Yasmin, as long as you are here, could you answer the seventh
May I
question?
ask some question from you?
7 question.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, what didn't he or she talk about?
She
Or...
talked about
Mhm.
right. What didn't she talk? Mark out of 10. This or no?
No, this one. What are the things that each of them didn't talk about?
You mean the subject who they didn't talk about, yeah?
Yes. It's written, you know, here. He didn't talk about
himself, yeah.
Yes, he didn't talk about himself. What about
Yeah.
Sally?
He asked me question. I didn't understand. Can you repeat, please?
Yes, sure. So the previous question was, what did they talk about? Among the subjects and topics they talked about was sport, travel, food, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. This question is the opposite. What didn't they talk about? Sally, what was the topic Sally didn't talk about? And what was the topic Dominic didn't talk about?
Okay, who wasn't crazy? Football.
Yes. Sally said Dominic didn't talk about football, and Dominic said exactly. Yes, good. Next question is, how did the evening end? What happened at the end of the evening?
What happened?
Yes, what happened?
Would you like to meet again? She asked him,
Mhm.
or if he liked to meet her again next time.
Yes, no, but this is okay, this is correct, but you may find circumstances or what.
Did you go on somewhere?
How did they go home, both of them? How did they head up home?
She went to by train and he went by bus.
Okay, she took the train, I guess. Oh no, it was piano.
No,
All right.
his train, to get his train.
He get his train and she
He went to get his
bus.
train, yeah.
By
By
bus.
train.
By train.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so just to the square next to the restaurant, after having dinner, after having finished dinner, they were walking across the square. The square, la Placette Square. Next to the restaurant, there was a piano with a notice, "Please play me." In fact, a notice saying, "Please play me." So Dominic, he played.
He can play the piano.
He did actually. He can
Yeah.
play the piano, yeah, very well. It
He was very good.
exactly, that's it. And evening. Do you see this sentence? It was great way to add the evening. So this is the way the evening ended.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Dominic said, well, we didn't go far. We found a piano. It's the same story. All right, good. Next question. How did she travel home? How did he travel home?
By train.
Yes, Tahira, and you said by train. That's correct. So he lives out of the town. He went to get it.
By bus.
And she went, she caught the bus. To catch, yes, to catch the bus is the verb, and the past simple of the verb is caught. Okay, so catch the bus. All right. Thank you. It was what happened next. It was good. Compare answers with someone from the other group. Never mind. This is not the way it can work on Zoom. This is in a real class. What happened next? Do you think Sally and Dominic will meet again? Take a class vote. All right. So I need to see hands for people who think that Dominic and Sally are going to meet again. Please raise your hand. Okay, Tahira, one vote. Sarah, second vote. Selma, third vote. Okay.
Yes. Well.
Okay, Suad also. You think they will meet again? Norhan. Okay, next vote. Salma. All right. Yasin, you don't think they will meet again?
Because he was very good and he played piano. He's a gentleman.
Yes, girls like that, all right?
I don't think they will meet again.
You don't think? Okay, we will see. All right, Chris, what do you think, Chris? Gamal, Hayam, what do you think? Faiza?
I think they meet again.
You think they will meet again?
They will meet again, yeah.
All right, we will see that right away. 1.12.
Tape script 1.12. What happened next? Dominic. I sent Sally a text a couple of days after the date. She played it cool and didn't reply for 2 days. We met up a week later, went for a walk, and then to the cinema. We're still seeing each other. She's helping me train for the marathon, which is next month. She's going to come and watch me. Also, she came to the theatre to watch my play, and she said she liked it. I'm going to meet her parents next weekend. I'm a bit worried about that, but I enjoy being with her a lot. Sally.
When Dom texted, I knew I wanted to answer, but I made him wait. I'm not sure why. Silly, really, because I really do like him. I enjoyed seeing him act. I think he's a very good actor, but I didn't really understand the play. He's coming to meet my family next weekend. I don't usually take my boyfriends home so soon, but with Dom it's different. I have a good feeling about this relationship. Will it last? Ask me again a year from now.
Okay. So people who suggested and foresaw that they are going to meet again, you were right, but
Yes.
there was something tricky about Sally, and I think that girls are like that. This is my opinion, in my modest opinion. There are a lot of girls here. Tell me if she and I am right or not. So Sally said, when Tom texted me, she said, when Dominic texted me, I knew I wanted to answer, but I didn't. Tricky.
Him.
Yeah.
Why she didn't?
Why didn't she? Oh, yes, but you met him. You already met him.
Not sure about her feelings.
She was not sure about her feelings. Okay. I can understand that. All right, so I quote from both of them. Dominic said an expression I want to teach you. He said, she played it cold. She played it cold. It means she didn't answer me right away. I don't know how to say this even in French, but in Algerian language.
Elle était froide.
Not really. تقلت روحها in Algerian language. Yes, that's in Algerian language. I don't know how to say this because to be called in French, it is like when someone doesn't like someone. But in this context,
like she didn't care about him, or
not really, not caring. Sarah said something. She said she was not sure about her feelings, so maybe hesitating. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So, but now everything is fine, and he's going to meet her parents next week, and he is a bit nervous about that, and this is understandable also. This is a lovely story. I hope every blind date ends like this. And I have a last question for you. Have you ever been into a blind date?
No, not.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. How was it? The person who said yes to me? How was your blind date? Like, are you still? Are you still meeting each other? Are you still seeing each other? Yeah.
What about you?
Can you repeat your question, Sabrina?
Yes, I asked if anyone has been in a blind date before, and I thought someone said yes to me. So I was thinking, asking, yes. So the person who's been in a blind date, are you still seeing him or her?
No.
Okay, bro. All right. Sorry for you. I told you, not every blind date ends so lovely. Thank you, guys. I think the lesson stops here. Next time we're going to do a bit of vocabulary. Hopefully this is the vocabulary for next time, if you want to have a look on. So we're going to do confusing verbs such as play and go and do and make and speak and talk and say and tell and play for and buy. And we're going to do prepositions. It's a very interesting lesson because most of people are struggling still with prepositions. Next time we are going to teach you prepositions also. All right, guys, if you have any question about today's vocabulary, today's text, today's expressions, let me know in the chat. If not, I wish you a great evening, and I say see you next time. No question?
Thank you, Sabrina.
Okay, super.
No
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye. Bye.